Picture this. What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, standing just 4 kilometers from the legendary pyramids of Giza, there's a structure so colossal that it could house the entire collection of New York's Metropolitan Museum 4 times over? What if this building contains treasures that have been hidden from the world for thousands of years? Secrets that will take you 90 years to fully explore if you spent just 5 minutes at each artifact. Before we embark on this incredible journey through time and stone, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss the ancient mysteries we're about to reveal. And here's something special. We're organizing a free trip to this magnificent monument for our subscribers. Details coming soon. Let's travel back to the late 1990s. The Egyptian Museum in Tahrir Square, opened in 1902, had itself become an artifact in desperate need of restoration. But here's the puzzling question that baffled Egyptian authorities. How do you honor a collection of treasures so vast, so precious, that the building holding them has become too small, too old, too overwhelmed by the weight of history itself? The answer? Create something the world has never seen before. In early 2000, the Egyptian government made a bold declaration that would echo across 84 nations. They announced an international competition, inviting 1,500 architectural firms from around the globe to design what would become the largest archaeological museum in human history. Now, here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. After years of deliberation, with UNESCO and the International Union of Architects carefully reviewing each submission, one design stood out from all the rest. It came from an Irish-Japanese firm called Hennigan Peng Architects, and what they created was nothing short of genius. Imagine this: 3 rays of light extending from the 3 pyramids of Giza, converging at a single point. At that convergence, a magnificent structure rises, the Grand Egyptian Museum. The design won a prize of $250,000, but more importantly, it won the hearts of everyone who understood its symbolic brilliance. But the real challenge was just beginning. Phase 3. Engineering the impossible. Picture the scene in May 2005. Workers stand at the edge of the Giza Plateau, staring at an impossible task. They need to move 2 million tons of sand. They need to lay foundations stronger than those supporting the Eiffel Tower. They need to create something that can withstand earthquakes, support structures 11 meters tall, and house 57,000 artifacts. Over 5,000 workers and specialists labored on this colossal project. The museum would cover an area of 490,000 square meters. That's roughly the size of 69 football fields. To put this in perspective, if you tried to view every artifact for just 5 minutes, it would take you 90 years to see everything. But wait, there's something even more incredible. This isn't just about size. Let's talk about what's actually inside this monument to human civilization. The museum contains 12 main exhibition halls, each one a world unto itself. There's an entire hall dedicated solely to the treasures of King Tutankhamun, over 5,500 pieces brought together for the first time in history. Ancient seekers, do you understand what this means? For the first time ever, the complete collection of the boy king will be displayed in one magnificent space. And that's just the beginning. There are artifacts from King Khufu, treasures from the Ptolemaic period, Greek and Roman antiquities, and here's something that will blow your mind. A grand staircase 6 stories high, lined with priceless artifacts at every level. Now, fellow explorers, let's dive into the cutting-edge technology that makes this possible. This museum was built using 3-dimensional scanning technology. every centimetre planned with precision that would make the ancient architects of the pyramids proud. The building is earthquake-resistant, using engineering principles so advanced that it could serve as a blueprint for future museums worldwide. But here's what really sets it apart. The entire structure features a massive glass facade, 28 metres high, offering visitors a breathtaking view of the pyramids themselves. Imagine standing inside, surrounded by artifacts from pharaohs who built those very pyramids, while gazing at their eternal monuments through crystal-clear glass. But the story doesn't end with the museum itself. Adjacent to it stands the largest restoration centre in the entire Middle East. This facility has already restored over 50,000 artifacts, and it's connected to the museum through an underground tunnel. Why underground? To protect these priceless treasures during transport. This restoration centre represents something revolutionary in archaeological preservation. It's where ancient meets modern, where 3,000-year-old artifacts receive treatment using 21st century technology. Scientists here can analyze pigments invisible to the naked eye, reconstruct broken pieces with atomic precision, and preserve organic materials that would otherwise crumble to dust. Phase 7. The infrastructure of wonder. Here's something most people don't realize. Building the museum was only part of the challenge. The Egyptian government created an entire ecosystem around it. They built new roads, constructed a dedicated metro station, and even ensured that Sphinx International Airport nearby could handle the influx of visitors from around the world. The projections are staggering. 100,000 visitors per day. That's approximately 5 million visitors annually. To put this in perspective, that's like the entire population of New Zealand visiting every single year. Now let's take an imaginary walk through this magnificent structure. You enter through the main entrance and immediately encounter a towering obelisk suspended in the atrium. As you move forward, you climb the grand staircase, each step taking you deeper into history. On your left and right, artifacts from different dynasties tell the story of human civilization's most enduring culture. You reach the top and turn to face that magnificent glass wall. Through it, the pyramids stand eternal, exactly as they did when Khufu first gazed upon his completed monument 4,500 years ago. In this moment, ancient and modern merge. You're standing in the 21st century, looking at the 26th century before Christ, surrounded by treasures from every era in between. But, fellow time detectives, this museum represents something far greater than stone and artifacts. It represents Egypt's commitment to preserving not just its own heritage, but humanity's shared legacy. With contributions from Japan, UNESCO, and international organizations worldwide, this project cost over $1 billion, but its value is truly priceless. The museum isn't just an exhibition space, it's a research centre, a conference venue, a children's museum, and an educational institution. It's where Egyptian and international scholars will collaborate to unlock secrets still hidden in these ancient treasures. It's where school children will first fall in love with history. It's where future archaeologists will be inspired to pursue their calling. Now, here's what everyone's waiting for. The official grand opening ceremony. The expectations are, well, astronomical. Egypt plans to invite presidents, kings and queens from around the world. The ceremony will feature Egyptian artists and musicians, with the maestro Nada Nagy leading the musical arrangements. You might ask, who is Nada Nagy? He's the brilliant composer who made Egyptian music viral globally, blending traditional sounds with modern arrangements. His work on projects like Moon Night introduced millions to the beauty of Egyptian musical heritage. Now imagine what he'll create for the museum's opening. The composer Hesham Nazi, known internationally for his work, will contribute to the ceremony's score. There will be massive screens, spectacular light shows, and commemorative events across Egypt and around the world. Airlines and tourism companies are already preparing special packages. Even commemorative coins are being minted. But here's something amusing, fellow explorers. The Egyptian government declared the museum's opening day, a Saturday, as a national holiday. The only problem? Saturday is already a weekend holiday in Egypt. It's like declaring your birthday as your birthday celebration day. Many Egyptians joked that they'd prefer a midweek holiday. But hey, we'll take any reason to celebrate this magnificent achievement. Ancient seekers, what we're witnessing here is more than construction and architecture. We're witnessing humanity's determination to preserve its story for future generations. Every artifact in this museum represents someone's life, someone's dreams, someone's attempt to leave a mark on eternity. The ancient Egyptians believed in eternal life through remembrance. As long as your name was spoken, you lived on. In this museum, 57,000 voices from the past will speak to millions of visitors from the future. Isn't that the most profound form of time travel? This museum sends a powerful message to the world. Civilization is humanity's shared treasure. When you preserve Egyptian antiquities, you're not just protecting one nation's past. You're safeguarding a chapter in the human story that belongs to all of us. The innovations, the art, the engineering, the philosophy that emerged from ancient Egypt influenced Greek thought, Roman engineering, and ultimately modern civilization itself. Phase 15. The Scientific Promise. Here's something that truly excites the archaeological community. With modern technology now available in this state-of-the-art facility, scientists will be able to study these artifacts in ways impossible before. DNA analysis, spectroscopy, carbon dating, three-dimensional modeling, all these tools will help us answer questions that have puzzled historians for centuries. What did ancient Egyptians really eat? How did they create their stunning blue pigment? What mathematical principles guided their astronomical observations? These mysteries and countless others await discovery within these walls. But perhaps the most important aspect of this museum is its educational mission. Imagine classrooms where children learn geometry by studying pyramid construction. Imagine medical students examining ancient surgical tools that prove the sophistication of Egyptian medicine. Imagine engineers analyzing irrigation systems that sustained civilization for thousands of years. This museum will be a living classroom where abstract historical concepts become tangible, touchable reality. Where the past isn't just read about in books,